Hello and welcome to this Minecraft cherry blossom tree tutorial. Haley was not able to do the commentary today, so I decided to step it up and bring her game plan to the channel. My name is Ben, I'm Haley's husband, but that's not what's important. We're going to be teaching you guys how to make a really cool landscape and terrain for some really awesome cherry blossom trees. At the start, we are using Voxel Sniper and World Edit, but this can be done in survival. You could just take the pre-existing terrain, which isn't terrible, and you can just work with that, changing the elevation and changing the depth. Here we used a lake or like a pond as our main focal area to give the area a nice blue color, because it's all going to be green with a little bit of pink and purple when the trees go in. The trees are being made around 3.5 minutes into this video, and that'll be some pretty large pink and purple trees to kind of go into the landscape here. When we were thinking about making this terrain, we wanted to have mountainous areas, also have lower areas, and a path that winded through the whole area. Haley puts a bit of a water fall area down here, so that way we can put a bridge over the top of it. When you're making bigger projects like these, it might seem scary at first because there's a lot going on, but if you just take maybe 10 minutes to plan it out, either on paper, in your head, or laying down blocks in Minecraft, those 10-15 minutes of planning will save you hours of building, especially in survival mode. Right here, she's trying to figure out what blocks to add to the pre-existing grass and dirt blocks to make it look more natural. If you only have grass or dirt and there's no other blocks in there, it's gonna look super monotone and boring. Right here, she's adding in the bridge, and speaking of things being monotone, she does not have perfect symmetry here, and that was intentional. Adding symmetry to everything makes it look too sharp and just looks kind of unnatural. This is more of an older style of architecture, since we are kind of going for like this Asian kind of Japanese theme here, so making it not 100% symmetrical on both sides looks a lot better. We add one other building here, so that way the landscape isn't completely barren. This is like some sort of Japanese house hut type thing, and these little bits of detail make the build look like someone might be living in the area, and it's not just like a completely vacant area. So this is a house, there's a bridge, and those two things are the only buildings on the whole area. In a second here, she's gonna start working on these trees, and making a different type of tree in Minecraft is always gonna look better than the default trees. Whether you're making a custom oak tree or custom spruce tree, definitely try to work with different styles than the game already gives you. The default trees are super ugly, and they just look as good as some of the custom ones you can make. About this cherry blossom tree, what's so fascinating is that you don't get pink leaves in the game, so we have to mix and match with the blocks we are given, like the wool blocks, concrete, glass blocks, to make some really epic stuff. Speaking of those trees, we're about to jump right into it here. She's starting pretty thick and stuff at the bottom of the tree where the trunk is, and as it gets higher up, she's gonna thin it out to have these very small and almost wispy type branches. She has these glass blocks there so she can use the convex brush, which is super helpful for making branches, and she's gonna go through here and smooth these bad boys out. Certain blocks are gonna be sticking out the side here. I call those jaggies. I don't know what you guys call those. I've actually never called them jaggies before, but I'm gonna do that from now on. She adds two other trees, a little smaller than the first one, because she's going to paste these into the landscape. You don't need to make 50 custom trees when building in this larger scale. Just make 2 or 3 of them, and then just copy and paste these bad boys all throughout. And that is all you need to do. She's going to put down the dark oak, and birch for these. And one of them is green, so you don't have what we were talking about earlier, a monotone palette. If the whole thing was all pink, then you might run into an issue where it doesn't look natural. So adding in the regular green is good. It's already looking good, but she's gonna go back through here and replace some of the wool blocks with colored glass blocks. This makes a big difference because it makes it look like there's color variation inside the tree itself. You should try this if you are building a custom tree or cherry blossom tree. Try to add blocks like the concrete, the terracotta, wool blocks, glass blocks, all of those mix together to make a very good textured look. After flying around a little bit, she finds the exact areas she wants to paste these trees, and all of them look absolutely great when you have them all together. Here you can see kind of a ground level with all the different green colors, with the trees shadowing in the background, covering the bridge in the house on the hill. You've got the water as the main attraction of this place with a few waterfalls, and all together this only took us about 2 hours, nothing too crazy. If you're looking to make a build like this one, the number one thing you want to do is plan the build before you start going crazy. And the second thing you want to do is make sure your trees are large enough, or at least have them be the right size for your particular build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't worry, Haley will be back for the next one, and I will no longer be substituted. But until next video or stream, peace out.